km from the northeast. Wayne Mitten from South Africa is P7. Ryan Ludick from South Africa is P9. Jeff LaRue from South Africa is P1. Jeff LaRue improved his first with a 1:00.656. Ryan Van Wyk is provisional pole with a 1:00.496. Danny Van Ruyen is provisional pole with a 0:59.478. Luciano Bonini is P7. Luciano Bonini improved his P3 with a 1:00.221. 0.743 off pole. Jeff LaRue is 11th. Jeff LaRue improved his P5 with a 0:59.816. 0.338 off pole. Christian van den Berg is 4th. Christian van den Berg improved his P2 with a 0:59.580. 0.102 off pole. JP Brand from South Africa is 20th. JP Brand improved his 20th with a 1:00.589. 1.111 off pole. Justin Davies from South Africa is 10th up 0.47. Justin Davies improved his P4 with a 0:59.599. 0.121 off pole. Wayne Mitten is 13th up 0.11. Mark Guy from South Africa is 6th. Mark Guy improved his P3 with a 0:59.584. 0.106 off pole. Jason Farmer is P21. Jason Farmer improved his P20 with a 1:00.494. 1.016 off pole. Luciano Bonini from South Africa is P11 up 0.20. 10 minutes remaining in the Dylan Visagi from South Africa is P14. Dylan Visagi improved his 8th with a 0:59.886. 0.408 off pole. Jason Farmer is 20th up 0.44. Jason Farmer improved his 7th with a 0:59.763. 0.285 off pole. Pieter Gelden, who is from South Africa, is 17th. Pieter Gelden, who is improved, is 14th with a 0:59.992. 0.514 off pole. Dylan Visagi is provisional pole with a 0:59.435. Gianni Coacy is P17. Gianni Coacy improved his 8th with a 0:59.687. 0.252 off pole. Ryan van Wyk from South Africa is 13th up 0.16. Ryan van Wyk improved his 11th with a 0:59.803. 0.368 off pole. Jamie Ray Nichols from South Africa is 19th up 0.17. Jeff LaRue is P10 up 0.12. Jamie Ray Nichols is 19th up 0.22. Jeff LaRue is 10th up 0.14. Justin Davies is 6th up 0.16. Mark Guy is P4. JP Brand is 21st. Gianni Coacy from Namibia is 8th. Justin Davies is P6 up 0.10. Best lap is a 0:59.599. 0.164 off pole. Luciano Bonini is P12 up 0.17. Luciano Bonini improved his 10th with a 0:59.727. 0.292 off pole. Justin Davies is P4. Melvin Gus from Namibia is 20th up 0.10. Danny van Rooyen is provisional pole with a 0:59.425. Melvin Gus improved his 19th with a 1:00.420. 0.995 off pole. JP Jansen from Italy is 14th. 5 minutes remaining in the session. JP Brand from South Africa is P21 up 0.11. Danny van Rooyen is provisional pole with a 0:59.424. Henko van den Berg from South Africa is P6 up 0.10. JP Jansen is 14th. Mark Guy is P5. Henko van den Berg is P6. Jamie Ray Nichols from South Africa is 20th up 0.11. Jamie Ray Nichols improved his P18 with a 1:00.276. 0.852 off pole. Wayne Mitten is 17th. Wayne Mitten improved his 16th with a 1:00.039. 0.615 off pole. Mark Guy is 5th. JP Brand is 21st up 0.10. JP Brand improved his P19 with a 1:00.317. 0.893 off pole. Mark Guy is 5th up 0.12. Melvin Gus is 21st. Nico Nicolesen from Italy is 15th up 0.10. Christian van den Berg is P4 up 0.12. Christian van den Berg improved his 3rd with a 0:59.477. 0.053 off pole. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Nico Nicolesen is 15th. Danny van Rooyen from Netherlands is 1st. Danny van Rooyen is provisional pole with a 0:59.378. Justin Davies is 6th. Best lap is a 0:59.557. 0.179 off pole. Henko van den Berg from South Africa is 4th up 0.11. Henko van den Berg is provisional pole with a 0:59.335. Melvin Gus is 21st. Best lap is a 1:00.420. 1.085 off pole. Justin Davies is 6th. Melvin Gus is 21st. Melvin Gus improved his P18 with a 1:00.208. 0.873 off pole. The race session is at Prototype Zwartkops Raceway. The wind speed is 12 km/h from the northeast. Henko van den Berg from South Africa is first. Danny van Rooyen from Netherlands is second. Dylan Visagie from South Africa is third. Christian van den Berg is fourth. Mark Guy from South Africa is P5. Justin Davies from South Africa is sixth. Ryan Ludick from South Africa is seventh. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Gianni Koasi from Namibia is 9th. Jason Farmer is P10. Tane Humcube from Zimbabwe is 15th. Nico Nicolesen from Italy is 18th. Melvin Gus from Namibia is 19, 0.2 behind Nico Nicolesen. Ernest Heather ahead is on P2P. Jamie Ray Nichols from South Africa is 21st, 0.1 behind Johan van der Venter. Dylan Visagie is P29 P2P left, 0.5 behind Danny van Rooyen. Christian van den Berg is P38 P2P left, 0.4 behind Dylan Visagie. Mark Guy is 7th 9 P2P left, 0.1 behind Justin Davies. Jeff LaRue ahead is on P2P. Gianni Koasi ahead is on P2P. Luciano Bonini ahead is on P2P. Jason Farmer behind is on P2P. Mark Guy lost P10 to Pieter Gelden, who is Mark Guy is on P2P. Ryan van Wyk from South Africa on lap 3 is 12th, battling Jason Farmer. Jason Farmer is 13th 10 P2P left, 0.3 behind Ryan van Wyk. JP Jansen from Italy is P19, 0.4 behind Melvin Gus. Dylan Visagie is second 7 P2P left, 0.5 behind Danny van Rooyen. Christian van den Berg is third 7 P2P left, 0.5 behind Dylan Visagie. Justin Davies is P68 P2P left, 0.3 behind Jeff LaRue. Ryan van Wyk is 12th, 0.2 ahead of Jason Farmer. Mark Guy ahead is on P2P. Jason Farmer behind is on P2P. Jason Farmer is 13th. Best lap is a 1:00.594. 1.565 off the fastest lap. Ernest Heather from South Africa is P16, 0.4 behind JP Brand. "15 minutes remaining in the session. Nico Nicolesen is P17, 10 P2P left, 0.5 behind Ernest Heather. Jamie Ray Nichols is 21st, 12 P2P left, 0.4 behind Johan van der Venter. Christian van den Berg on lap 6 is third, 6 P2P left, 0.4 behind Dylan Visage. Luciano Benini from South Africa is 9th, 0.4 behind Gianni Coasi. Luciano Benini was 0.7 faster last lap. Ryan van Wyk is 12th, 10 P2P left, 0.4 ahead of Jason Farmer. Jason Farmer is P13. Best lap is a 1:00.082. 1.082 off the fastest lap. Pieter Gelden, who is ahead, is on P2P. Ryan van Wyk ahead is on P2P. JP Brand from South Africa on lap 7 is 16th, 0.1 ahead of Nico Nicolesen. Nico Nicolesen is P17, 9 P2P left, 0.2 behind JP Brand. Melvin Gus is 20th, 9 P2P left, 0.4 ahead of Jamie Ray Nichols. Melvin Gus is on P2P. Wayne Mitten from South Africa is P22, 0.4 behind Jamie Ray Nichols. Wayne Mitten is on P2P. Mark Guy on lap 8 is 10th, 6 P2P left, 0.5 behind Luciano Benini. JP Brand is 17th. JP Brand lost P21 to Johan van der Venter. Mark Guy is 10th, 0.2 behind Luciano Benini. Luciano Benini ahead is on P2P. Ryan van Wyk is P12, 8 P2P left, 0.3 behind Pieter Gelden, who is Jamie Ray Nichols is P19. Best lap is a 1:00.497. 1.497 off the fastest lap. Jamie Ray Nichols is on P2P. Johan van der Venter from South Africa is 21st. Best lap is a 1:00.516. 1.516 off the fastest lap. Christian van den Berg is P33 P2P left, 0.5 behind Dylan Visage. Henko van den Berg behind is on P2P. Danny van Rooyen ahead is on P2P. Mark Guy is 10th 5 P2P left, 0.5 behind Luciano Bonini. Justin Davies on lap 10 is P10 5 P2P left, 0.4 behind Mark Guy. Justin Davies lost P12 to Jason Farmer. Ernest Heather on lap 10 is P15 6 P2P left, 0.4 behind Tanay Hugh. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Christian van den Berg is third 2 P2P left, 0.4 behind Dylan Visage. Dylan Visage ahead is on P2P. Dylan Visage on lap 11 is P33 P2P left, 0.1 behind Christian van den Berg. Dylan Visage lost third to Henko van den Berg. Dylan Visage lost 5th to Ryan Ludick. Dylan Visage lost P8 to Mark Guy. Ernest Heather is P15. Tanay Hugh ahead is on P2P. Jamie Ray Nichols is P19 9 P2P left, 0.3 ahead of Wayne Mitten. Wayne Mitten is P29 P2P left, 0.4 behind Jamie Ray Nichols. Jamie Ray Nichols ahead is on P2P. Luciano Bonini from South Africa is 7th 6 P2P left, 0.5 behind Gianni Coasi. Ryan van Wyk is 11th 6 P2P left, 0.3 behind Pieter Gelden Huis. Ernest Heather is P15. Ernest Heather passed Tanay Hugh for P14. Wayne Mitten is 20th 8 P2P left, 0.3 behind Jamie Ray Nichols. Wayne Mitten is now P19. Johan van der Venter from South Africa is 20th, 0.4 behind Wayne Mitten. Johan van der Venter is on P2P. Mark Guy is P7 3 P2P left, 0.4 behind Gianni Coasi. Luciano Bonini is P12 5 P2P left battling Jason Farmer. Luciano Bonini was 0.6 faster last lap. Justin Davies is P13 3 P2P left, 0.2 behind Luciano Bonini. Justin Davies was 5.9 faster last lap. Luciano Bonini ahead is on P2P. Ernest Heather behind is on P2P. Jason Farmer ahead is on P2P. Ernest Heather is P14 5 P2P left, 0.2 behind Justin Davies. Ernest Heather was 0.7 faster last lap. Tanay Hugh exiting pits. Jamie Ray Nichols is 18th 6 P2P left, 0.1 behind Melvin Gus. Jamie Ray Nichols passed Melvin Gus for 17th. Mark Guy is P7, 0.3 behind Gianni Coaci. Dylan Visagi is P8 2P left, 0.4 behind Mark Guy. Jason Farmer is P14 2P left, 0.4 ahead of Nico Nicolezen. Five minutes remaining in the session. Nico Nicolezen is 15th. Wayne Mitten on lap 15 is 19th, 6P2P left, 0.4 behind Johan van der Venter. Gianni Coaci is 7th, 2P left, 0.5 behind Dylan Visagi. Ernest Heather from South Africa is P13, 3P left, 0.4 behind Justin Davies. Nico Nicolezen from Italy is 15th, 5P left, 0.4 behind Jason Farmer. Nico Nicolezen was 0.7 faster last lap. Wayne Mitten is P19, 5P left, 0.3 behind Johan van der Venter. Johan van der Venter ahead is on P2P. Jamie Ray Nichols ahead is on P2P. Wayne Mitten is on P2P. Johan van der Venter is P18, 1P left, 0.3 ahead of Wayne Mitten. Wayne Mitten is 19th, 4P left, 0.4 behind Johan van der Venter. Ernest Heather is P13, 0.5 behind Justin Davies. Ernest Heather is on P2P. Ernest Heather is now P12. Nico Nicolezen behind is on P2P. Justin Davies is P14, 1P left, 0.4 behind Nico Nicolezen. Wayne Mitten is 19. Best lap is a 0:59.774. 0.774 off the fastest lap. Mark Guy on lap 19 is 8th, 2P left, 0.2 behind Gianni Coaci. Gianni Coaci ahead is on P2P. Nico Nicolezen is 13th, 3P left, 0.3 behind Ernest Heather. Justin Davies is P14, 0.4 behind Nico Nicolezen. Wayne Mitten is 19th, 2P left, 0.1 behind Johan van der Venter. Mark Guy is 8th, 0.3 behind Gianni Coaci. Luciano Bonini is P11. Best lap is a 0:59.351. 0.351 off the fastest lap. Luciano Bonini passed Pieter Gelden, who is for P10. Pieter Gelden, who is from South Africa, is P11. Pieter Gelden, who is past Luciano Bonini for 10th. Luciano Bonini is 11th, 0 P2P left, 0.3 behind Pieter Gelden, who is Nico Lezen on lap 20 is P13, 2 P2P left, 0.3 behind Ernest Heather. Justin Davies is 14th, 0.3 behind Nico Lezen. Nico Lezen ahead is on P2P. Nico Lezen is P13, 1 P2P left, 0.2 behind Ernest Heather. Justin Davies is 14th. Gianni Coaci is P8. Best lap is a 0:59.704. 0.704 off the fastest lap. Mark Guy ahead is on P2P. Gianni Coaci is on P2P. Ryan van Wyk behind is on P2P. Johan van der Venter entering the pits is 21st. The leader has just finished the race. Danny van Rooyen finished P1. Christian van den Berg finished second. Henko van den Berg finished P3. Jeff LaRue finished fourth. Dylan Visagi finished P5. Mark Guy finished sixth. Gianni Coaci finished seventh. Ryan van Wyk finished 8th. Pieter Gelden, who is finished 9th. Luciano Bonini finished P10. Ernest Heather finished P11. Nico Lezen finished P13. Justin Davies finished 14th. Jason Farmer finished 14th. JP Jansen finished P15. Jamie Ray Nichols finished P16. Wayne Mitten finished 17th. JP Brand finished P18. Tanay Hancube finished 21st. Melvin Gus finished 19th. The wind speed is 10 km/h from the northeast. Melvin Gus from Namibia is P1. "20 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Melvin Gus is on P2P. Wayne Mitten from South Africa is P3. Ryan van Wyk entering the pits is P21. Ryan van Wyk exiting pits. Luciano Benini from South Africa is 6th. Christian van den Berg behind is on P2P. Johan van der Venter entering the pits is P22. Ernest Heather from South Africa is P8. Jeff LaRue from South Africa is P9. Johan van der Venter exiting pits. Dylan Visage from South Africa is P11, 0.3 behind Pieter Gelden who is. Jeff LaRue ahead is on P2P. Henko van den Berg from South Africa is P12, 0.5 behind Dylan Visage. Danny van Rooyen behind is on P2P. Danny van Rooyen from Netherlands is 13th, 0.3 ahead of Gianni Coacy. Danny van Rooyen is now P12. Luciano Benini on lap 2 is 15th. Luciano Benini lost 18th to Jamie Ray Nichols. Wayne Mitten is 2nd, 0.4 behind Melvin Gus. JP Brand behind is on P2P. JP Brand from South Africa is P3. Best lap is a 1:01.565. 1.309 off the fastest lap. Jeff LaRue is P5 9 P2P left, 0.3 ahead of Nico Nicolesen. Nico Nicolesen from Italy is 6th, 0.2 behind Jeff LaRue. Danny van Rooyen is 10th 11 P2P left, 0.1 behind Pieter Gelden who is. Dylan Visage ahead is on P2P. Pieter Gelden who is ahead is on P2P. Henko van den Berg behind is on P2P. Henko van den Berg is P11 9 P2P left, 0.3 behind Danny van Rooyen. Henko van den Berg is now 10th. Henko van den Berg lost P10 to Gianni Coacy. Justin Davies from South Africa is 12th, 0.2 behind Henko van den Berg. Justin Davies is now P16. Justin Davies lost 17th to Luciano Bonini. Ryan van Wyk from South Africa is P20, 0.4 behind Ernest Heather. Ryan van Wyk is on P2P. Ernest Heather ahead is on P2P. Wayne Mitten is P2. "15 minutes remaining in the session. Jeff LaRue from South Africa is P37 P2P left battling Nico Nicolezen. Dylan Visagi is 4th 8 P2P left, 0.2 behind Jeff LaRue. Jeff LaRue ahead is on P2P. Dylan Visagi is on P2P. Wayne Mitten ahead is on P2P. Nico Nicolezen behind is on P2P. Christian van den Berg is 7th. Henko van den Berg is P97 P2P left, 0.3 ahead of Gianni Coaci. Mark Guy from South Africa is P11, 0.4 ahead of JP Jansen. Henko van den Berg ahead is on P2P. Luciano Bonini is P17 8 P2P left, 0.2 behind Jamie Ray Nichols. Jamie Ray Nichols ahead is on P2P. Ryan van Wyk is P20 10 P2P left, 0.4 behind Ernest Heather. Ernest Heather ahead is on P2P. Ryan van Wyk is on P2P. Wayne Mitten is P28 P2P left, 0.2 behind Jeff LaRue. Dylan Visagi is 3rd 6 P2P left, 0.1 behind Wayne Mitten. Dylan Visagi is on P2P. Jeff LaRue ahead is on P2P. Melvin Gus is 5th. Henko van den Berg behind is on P2P. Melvin Gus is on P2P. Melvin Gus lost P5 to Christian van den Berg. Melvin Gus lost P6 to Henko van den Berg. Gianni Coaci from Namibia is 10th, 0.3 behind Nico Nicolezen. Gianni Coaci lost P14 to Jason Farmer. Luciano Bonini is 16th 7 P2P left, 0.2 behind Gianni Coaci. Jamie Ray Nichols ahead is on P2P. Luciano Bonini lost P16 to Jamie Ray Nichols. Dylan Visagi is P2. Danny van Ruyen behind is on P2P. Danny van Ruyen is P4 6 P2P left, 0.2 behind Wayne Mitten. Christian van den Berg behind is on P2P. Christian van den Berg is 5th battling Danny van Ruyen. Christian van den Berg is now 4th. Christian van den Berg is now P5. Wayne Mitten is P6, 0.3 behind Christian van den Berg. Christian van den Berg was 0.6 faster last lap. Melvin Gus is P7, 5 P2 P left, 0.5 behind Wayne Mitten. Danny van Ruyen entering the pits is P1. Christian van den Berg ahead is on P2P. Melvin Gus is now 6th, Danny van Ruyen exiting pits. JP Jansen is P9. Mark Guy is 10th, 8 P2P left, 0.3 behind JP Jansen. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Jane Ray Nichols from South Africa is 17th, 0.5 behind Justin Davies. Dylan Visagie is 2nd. Best lap is a 0:59.263. Melvin Gus is 6th, 4 P2P left, 0.2 behind Wayne Mitten. Mark Guy is P9, 7 P2P left, 0.3 behind Nico Nicolesen. Mark Guy passed Nico Nicolesen for 8th. Ryan Ludick from South Africa is P10, 0.1 behind Nico Nicolesen. JP Jansen from Italy is P11, 0.3 ahead of Jason Farmer. JP Jansen is on P2P. Nico Nicolesen ahead is on P2P. JP Brand behind is on P2P. JP Brand from South Africa is P13, 0.4 behind Jason Farmer. Jeff LaRue on lap 12 is P20 P2P left, 0.4 behind Dylan Visagie. Wayne Mitten is P5, 7 P2P left, 0.4 behind Henko van den Berg. Wayne Mitten was 1.7 faster last lap. Henko van den Berg ahead is on P2P. Mark Guy is P8, 6 P2P left, 0.4 behind Pieter Geldenhuis. Melvin Gus ahead is on P2P. Gianni Coacy is P14, 6 P2P left, 0.3 ahead of Luciano Bonini. Gianni Coacy is on P2P. Luciano Bonini is P15, 6 P2P left, 0.4 behind Gianni Coacy. Justin Davies is 16th, 6 P2P left, 0.4 behind Luciano Bonini. Justin Davies was 0.6 faster last lap. Mark Guy is 8th, 0.2 behind Pieter Geldenhuis. Ryan Ludick is 10th, 8 P2P left, 0.2 behind Nico Nicolesen. Mark Guy ahead is on P2P. Nico Nicolesen ahead is on P2P. JP Brand from South Africa is 15th, 0.4 behind Luciano Bonini. Gelden, who is from South Africa, is P7, 0.3 ahead of Mark Guy. Mark Guy is P9, 5 P2 P left, 0.1 behind Ryan Ludic. Nico Lesen behind is on P2P. Mark Guy is on P2P. Sra Gelden, who is ahead, is on P2P. Ryan Ludic behind is on P2P. Mark Guy passed Ryan Ludic for P8. Ryan Ludic is P9. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Ryan Ludic passed Mark Guy for 8. Mark Guy is 9th for P2 P left, 0.1 behind Ryan Ludic. Nico Lesen is 10th, 5 P2 P left, 0.2 behind Mark Guy. JP Jansen behind is on P2P. JP Brand is P15. JP Brand is now 18th. Nico Lesen is P10, 0.2 behind Mark Guy. JP Jansen is 11th, 1 P2 P left, 0.3 behind Nico Lesen. Melvingus is P6, 1 P2 P left, 1.0 ahead of Sra Gelden, who is. Melvingus lost 11th to Jason Farmer. Melvingus lost P12 to Gianni Coaci. Gianni Coaci ahead is on P2P. Christian van den Berg is P3. Sra Gelden, who is P7 for P2 P left, 0.2 behind Ryan Ludic. Mark Guy is 8, 3 P2 P left, 0.3 ahead of Nico Lesen. Mark Guy was 0.6 faster last lap. Nico Lesen is P9, 0.3 behind Mark Guy. JP Jansen behind is on P2P. Nico Lesen is on P2P. Ryan van Wyk is 14th, 2 P2 P left, 0.3 behind Melvingus. Ernest Heather on lap 18 is 16th, 3 P2 P left, 0.2 behind Danny van Ruyen. Jamie Ray Nichols is 17th, 5 P2 P left, 0.3 behind Ernest Heather. Christian van den Berg is P3, 0 P2 P left, 0.3 behind Jeff LaRue. Sra Gelden, who is 9th, 2 P2 P left, 0.1 behind Nico Lesen. Jason Farmer is 11th, 0.4 behind JP Jansen. Melvingus is P14, 0 P2 P left, 0.4 behind Ryan van Wyk. Jason Farmer is 11th, 0.4 behind JP Jansen. Justin Davies is 17th, 1P2P left, 0.3 behind Ernest Heather. Ernest Heather ahead is on P2P. Justin Davies is on P2P. Jamie Ray Nichols behind is on P2P. Ryan Ludick is 6th. Ryan Ludick lost P6 to Mark Guy. Nico Nicolesen on lap 20 is 8th, 2P2P left, 0.3 behind Ryan Ludick. JP Jansen is 10th, 0P2P left, 0.3 behind Pieter Gelden who is. Nico Nicolesen ahead is on P2P. Pieter Gelden who is ahead is on P2P. The leader has just finished the race. Dylan Visagie finished first. Christian van den Berg finished second. Jeff LaRue finished third. Henko van den Berg finished P4. Wayne Mitten finished P5. Mark Guy finished P6. Ryan Ludick finished 7th. Nico Nicolesen finished 8th. Pieter Gelden who is finished 9th. JP Jansen finished P10. Jason Farmer finished P11. Gianni Coac finished Danny P12. Van Ruyen finished 14. Ryan van Wyk finished Heather finished P15. Justin Davies finished P16. Jamie Ray Nichols finished 17th. Melvin Gus finished 18th. Luciano Bonini finished P19. Johan Brand finished 21st. station is at Prototype Zwartkops Raceway. The wind speed is 13 km/h from the north-northeast. Rian Schloss from South Africa is 5th. Pierre Bernard from South Africa is P8. Ismail Ali from South Africa is P19. Ismail Ali improved his P1 with a 101.213. Rian Schloss's provisional pole with a 100.528. Michel Rust is provisional pole with a 100.435. Mike Ramsey is 6th. Mike Ramsey improved his P5 with a 101.574. 1.139 off pole. Amagadian is 4th. Blake Kruger is provisional pole with a 100.408. Rian Schloss is 4th. Amagadian is P7. Christian Liebenberg is 17th up 0.56. Christian Liebenberg improved his 10th with a 100.922. 0.514 off pole. Kian van Niekerk from South Africa is P14 up 0.27. Lyle Ramsey from South Africa is P8 up 0.23. Henke Callahan from Namibia is 3rd up 0.11. Henke Callahan is provisional pole with a 100.195. Peter Nell is 17th. Peter Nell improved his 13th with a 101.032. 0.837 off pole. Michel Rust from Namibia is P3. Michel Rust improved his P2 with a 100.343. 0.148 off pole. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Kian van Niekerk is 15th. Ismail Ali is P11. Ismail Ali improved his P8 with a 1:00.657.462 off pole. Lyle Ramsey is provisional pole with a 1:00.165. Blake Kruger is provisional pole with a 1:00.101. Peter Nell is 13th. Reinaldo Schoenecht is P18. Reinaldo Schoenecht improved his P16 with a 1:01.258. 1.157 off pole. Cameron Venish from South Africa is 19th. Blake Kruger from South Africa is first up 0.45. Blake Kruger is provisional pole with a 0:59.646. Mike Ramsey from Scotland is 18th. Mike Ramsey improved his 17th with a 1:01.267. 1.621 off pole. Cameron Venish is 20th up 1.98. Cameron Venish improved his 13th with a 1:00.882. 1.236 off pole. Amagadian is 9th. Amagadian improved his P5 with a 1:00.328. 0.682 off pole. Karel de Bruin from South Africa is P9 up 0.23. Karel de Bruin improved his P5 with a 1:00.327. 0.681 off pole. Cameron Venish is 14th. Cameron Venish improved his 7th with a 1:00.335. 0.689 off pole. Christian Liebenberg is P11 up 0.16. Pierre Bernard is P18 up 0.10. Blake Kruger is first. Chris Foley from South Africa is P13 up 0.15. Michel Rust is P10 up 0.11. Michel Rust improved his 4th with a 1:00.216. 0.570 off pole. Pierre Bernard is 18th up 0.35. Five minutes remaining in the session. Pierre Bernard improved his P12 with a 1:00.655. 1.009 off pole. Mike Ramsey is 19th up 0.22. Rian Schloss is P5 up 0.10. Jean Drabux from South Africa is P10. Best lap is a 1:00.341. 0.695 off pole. Mike Ramsey from Scotland is 19th up 0.10. Quinton Smith from South Africa is P16. Christian Liebenberg is 11th. Quinton Smith is P16 up 0.11. Blake Kruger is P1. Johan Niemand from South Africa is 21st. Blake Kruger is provisional pole with a 0:59.624. Johan Niemand improved his 18th with a 1:00.990. 1.366 off pole. Mike Ramsey is 20th. Rian Schloss is 5th. Kian van Niekerk is 17th. Best lap is a 1:00.862. 1.238 off pole. Michel Rust is P4 up 0.11. Michel Rust improved his second with a 1:00.076. 0.452 off pole. Henke Callahan from Namibia is 4th. Henke Callahan improved his P2 with a 0:59.931. 0.307 off pole. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Rinaldo Schoenecht is P21. Johan Niemand from South Africa is 18th up 0.26. Johan Niemand improved his 11th with a 1:00.543. 0.919 off pole. Henke Callahan is P2. Mike Ramsey is 20th. Michelle Rust is P3. Lyle Ramsey is P4. Johan Niemand is 11th. Rian Schloss is P5. Amagadian is 8th. Peter Nell is P6. Johan Niemand is 11th. Karel de Bruin is 7th. Ismail Ali is P14. Jean Drabix is 10th. Christian Liebenberg is 12th. Pierre Bernard is P13. Ismail Ali is P14. Chris Foley is P15. Marius van Wyk is 16th. Quinton Smith is 17th. Kian van Niekerk is 18th. Pieter Francis from Italy is 19th. Mike Ramsey is 20th. Rinaldo Schoenecht from South Africa is 21st. The wind speed is 4 km/h from the north-northeast. Blake Kruger from South Africa is first. Henke Callahan from Namibia is P2. Michelle Rust from Namibia is third. Lyle Ramsey from South Africa is fourth. Rian Schloss from South Africa is 5th. Amagadian is 6th. Peter Nell is P7. Karel de Bruin from South Africa is P9. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Johan Niemand from South Africa is P11. Christian Liebenberg ahead is on P2P. Johan Niemand is on P2P. Ismail Ali from South Africa is 10th. Chris Foley from South Africa is 11th. Blake Kruger is first 9p2p left. Chris Foley is 11th. Michelle Rust is second. Chris Foley is P10. Cameron Venish from South Africa is P12, 0.3 behind Ismail Ali. Quinton Smith behind is on P2p. Quinton Smith from South Africa is P13, 0.3 behind Cameron Venish. Mike Ramsey behind is on P2p. Hayata Francis from Italy is 14th. Best lap is a 1:12.704. 8.649 off the fastest lap. Pierre Bernard from South Africa is 16th, 0.4 behind Mike Ramsey. Marius van Wyk is P19, 0.1 behind Henke Callahan. Henke Callahan was 0.8 faster last lap. Rinaldo Schoenecht behind is on P2p. Jean Drabux from South Africa is 5th, 0.4 behind Amagadian. Johan Niemand from South Africa is 9th, 9p2p left, 0.3 behind Christian Liebenberg. Pierre Bernard is 17th. Henke Callahan is 18th, 9p2p left, 0.5 behind Pierre Bernard. Rian Schloss is P4. Best lap is a 0:59.956. 0.205 off the fastest lap. Rian Schloss is now third. Chris Foley exiting pits. Jean Drabux is P5, 9p2p left, 0.1 ahead of Lyle Ramsey. Jean Drabux is on P2p. Carol de Bruin is 7th, 0.3 behind Lyle Ramsey. Blake Kruger from South Africa is first, 6p2p left, 2.9 ahead of Michelle Rust. Carol de Bruin is 7th. Johan Niemand behind is on P2p. Christian Liebenberg behind is on P2p. Lyle Ramsey ahead is on P2p. Lyle Ramsey is 6th, 6p2p left, 0.3 behind Jean Drabux. Lyle Ramsey passed Jean Drabux for 5th. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Jean Drabux on lap 5 is 6th, 8p2p left, 0.1 ahead of Carol de Bruin. Carol de Bruin is 7th. Best lap is a 1:00.605. 1.314 off the fastest lap. Jean Drabux ahead is on P2p. Christian Liebenberg behind is on P2p. Rian Schloss is P3, 7p2p left, 0.4 behind Michelle Rust. Jean Drabux is 6th 7 P2P left, 0.3 ahead of Karel de Bruin. Karel de Bruin is P7, 0.2 behind Jean Drabux. Karel de Bruin was 0.7 faster last lap. Jean Drabux ahead is on P2P. Christian Liebenberg is 8th, 0.3 behind Karel de Bruin. Ismail Ali behind is on P2P. Christian Liebenberg passed Karel de Bruin for P7. Karel de Bruin from South Africa is P8, 0.2 ahead of Ismail Ali. Christian Liebenberg ahead is on P2P. Ismail Ali is P9 6 P2P left, 0.2 behind Karel de Bruin. Karel de Bruin ahead is on P2P. Johan Niemand from South Africa is P10 5 P2P left, 0.4 behind Ismail Ali. Johan Niemand is on P2P. Rian Schloss is 3rd 6 P2P left, 0.3 behind Michel Rust. Lyle Ramsey is 6th 4 P2P left, 0.2 behind Jean Drabux. Christian Liebenberg is 7th 5 P2P left, 0.3 ahead of Karel de Bruin. Peter Nel is 20th 9 P2P left, 3.8 behind Mike Ramsey. Christian Liebenberg is P7. Johan Niemand is P9 4 P2P left, 0.1 behind Christian Liebenberg. Johan Niemand is on P2P. Johan Niemand is now 6th. Christian Liebenberg behind is on P2P. Christian Liebenberg is 9th 4 P2P left, 0.2 behind Karel de Bruin. Henke Callahan is P14 8 P2P left, 0.5 behind Pierre Bernard. Christian Liebenberg on lap 9 is P9, 0.3 behind Karel de Bruin. Karel de Bruin ahead is on P2P. Henke Callahan is P14. Best lap is a 1:00.505. 1.214 off the fastest lap. Henke Callahan passed Pierre Bernard for 13th. Pierre Bernard on lap 10 is P14 11 P2P left, 0.5 behind Henke Callahan. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Blake Kruger is first 3 P2P left. Pierre Bernard is P14. Michel Rust is P2. Pierre Bernard is P14. Rian Schloss is 3rd. Pierre Bernard is 14th. Kian van Niekerk from South Africa is 16th, 0.1 behind Cameron Venish. Amagadian is P49 P2P left, 2.0 ahead of Jean Drubbix. Kian van Niekerk is 16th. Cameron Venish ahead is on P2P. Ismail Ali on lap 11 is P85 P2P left, 0.5 behind Karel de Bruin. Lyle Ramsey is 10th, 0.5 behind Christian Liebenberg. Ismail Ali is P8, 0.4 ahead of Christian Liebenberg. Christian Liebenberg is P9, 0.3 behind Ismail Ali. Henke Callahan is 13th, 5 P2P left, 0.4 behind Quinton Smith. Christian Liebenberg is P9, 0.3 behind Ismail Ali. Kian van Niekerk is 16th, 6 P2P left, 0.4 behind Cameron Venish. Christian Liebenberg is P9, 0.4 behind Ismail Ali. Kian van Niekerk is P16, 0.4 behind Cameron Venish. Johan Niemand is P6, 2 P2P left, 0.5 behind Jean Drubbix. Christian Liebenberg is 9th, 0.2 behind Ismail Ali. Ismail Ali ahead is on P2P. Christian Liebenberg is on P2P. Henke Callahan is 13th, 4 P2P left, 0.5 behind Quinton Smith. Christian Liebenberg is P9, 3 P2P left, 0.3 behind Ismail Ali. Henke Callahan on lap 14 is 13th, 0.3 behind Quinton Smith. Johan Niemand is 6th. Best lap is a 0:59.935. 0.644 off the fastest lap. Jean Drubbix ahead is on P2P. Christian Liebenberg is P10, 2 P2P left, 0.3 behind Lyle Ramsey. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Henke Callahan is P13, 0.4 behind Quinton Smith. Blake Kruger is first. Henke Callahan is 13th. Johan Niemand is P5, 0.2 behind Jean Drubbix. Jean Drubbix ahead is on P2P. Ismail Ali on lap 16 is P7, 2 P2P left, 0.4 behind Karel de Bruin. Magadian exiting pits. Michel Rust is second. Johan Niemand is fifth. Quinton Smit is P11 3 P2 P left, 0.4 ahead of Henke Callahan. Henke Callahan is 12th, 0.4 behind Quinton Smit. Chris Foley is 21st. Henke Callahan is 12th. Ismail Ali is P7 1 P2 P left, 0.5 behind Karel de Bruin. Marius van Wyk is P16 8 P2 P left, 3.7 ahead of Peter Nel. Ismail Ali is P7. Pieta Francis is P11, 0.1 behind Quinton Smit. Mike Ramsey from Scotland is P20, 0.5 behind Chris Foley. Mike Ramsey is on P2P. Lyle Ramsey on lap 18 is P8, 0.5 behind Ismail Ali. Pieta Francis is 12th. Best lap is a 1:00.496. 1.205 off the fastest lap. Lyle Ramsey is P8, 0.3 behind Ismail Ali. Henke Callahan is 11th 3 P2 P left, 0.5 behind Quinton Smit. Johan Niemand is 5th 1 P2 P left, 0.5 behind Jean Drubix. Lyle Ramsey from South Africa is P8 3 P2 P left, 0.2 behind Ismail Ali. Henke Callahan is P11 2 P2 P left, 0.4 behind Quinton Smit. Lyle Ramsey is P8. Best lap is a 1:00.394. 1.103 off the fastest lap. Johan Niemand is P5, 0.2 behind Jean Drubix. Johan Niemand is on P2P. Lyle Ramsey is 8th 2 P2 P left, 0.4 behind Ismail Ali. Lyle Ramsey passed Ismail Ali for 7th. Ismail Ali on lap 20 is 8th, 0.3 behind Lyle Ramsey. Henke Callahan is P11 0 P2 P left, 0.1 behind Quinton Smit. The leader has just finished the race. Blake Kruger finished first. Marius van Wyk finished P18. Michel Rust finished second. Chris Foley finished 19th. Rian Schloss finished P3. Johan Niemand finished P4. Jean Drabux finished 5th. Karel de Bruin finished P6. Ismail Ali finished P7. Lyle Ramsey finished 8th. Christian Liebenberg finished 9th. Mike Ramsey finished P20. Quinton Smith finished 10th. Pierre Bernard finished P11. Henke Callahan finished 12th. Cameron Venish finished P13. Pieta Francis finished P14. Rinaldo Skoenek finished 16th. Kian van Amagadian finished 17th. Raceway. The wind speed is 6 km/h from the north-northeast. Ryan Ludik from South Africa is 22nd. Rinaldo Skoenek is P1. Ryan Ludik is P22. Mike Ramsey from Scotland is second. Chris Foley is third. Marius van Wyk is fourth. Armageddon is P5. Chris Foley is fourth. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Rinaldo Skoenek ahead is on P2P. Mike Ramsey is second. Kian van Niekerk behind is on P2P. Mike Ramsey is on P2P. Kian van Niekerk from South Africa is P3. Blake Kruger from South Africa is P10. Johan Niemand from South Africa is P9. Karel de Bruin from South Africa is 10th. Blake Kruger ahead is on P2P. Johan Niemand ahead is on P2P. Karel de Bruin is on P2P. Jean Dravix is 11th. Michel Rust from Namibia is P13, 0.3 behind Rian Schloss. Henke Callahan behind is on P2P. Quinton Smith behind is on P2P. Ismail Ali from South Africa is P17, 0.3 behind Kian van Niekerk. Mike Ramsey is P28, P2P left, 0.3 ahead of Cameron Venish. Mike Ramsey lost third to Armageddon. Mike Ramsey is on P2P. Christian Liebenberg on lap 3 is 7th, 0.2 behind Blake Kruger. Christian Liebenberg is on P2P. Marius van Wyk is 10th, 0.1 behind Karel de Bruin. Karel de Bruin was 1.2 faster last lap. Jean Dravix from South Africa is P12, 0.2 ahead of Michel Rust. Jean Dravix is on P2P. Henke Callahan from Namibia is P14, 0.4 behind Michel Rust. Michel Rust ahead is on P2P. Niall Ramsey from South Africa is P18. Best lap is a 1:00.809. 0.527 off the fastest lap. Niall Ramsey passed Kian van Niekerk for P17. Mike Ramsey is 11th. Mike Ramsey lost P17 to Kian van Niekerk. Mike Ramsey lost P19 to Pieta Francis. Cameron Venish is third. Cameron Venish lost 5th to Christian Liebenberg. Cameron Venish lost 7th to Johan Niemand. Rian Schloss from South Africa is 9th, 0.1 behind Cameron Venish. Rian Schloss is now 7th. Marius van Wyk is 16th, 0.3 behind Peter Nell. Peter Nell was 4.2 faster last lap. Prior to Francis ahead is on P2P. Marius van Wyk lost 18th to prior to Francis. Marius van Wyk lost 19th to Pierre Bernard. Marius van Wyk is on P2P. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Karel de Bruin is 5th. Cameron Venish from South Africa is P7, 0.3 ahead of Jean Drubix. Jean Drubix was 0.6 faster last lap. Rian Schloss ahead is on P2P. Jean Drubix behind is on P2P. Cameron Venish is on P2P. Michel Rust behind is on P2P. Michel Rust is 9th. Quinton Smith from South Africa is P12, 0.1 behind Lyle Ramsey. Quinton Smith is now P11. Ismail Ali is P12, 10 P2P left, 0.2 behind Quinton Smith. Kian van Niekerk is 13th, 7 P2P left, 0.5 behind Ismail Ali. Ismail Ali ahead is on P2P. Kian van Niekerk is on P2P. Peter Nell behind is on P2P. Christian Liebenberg behind is on P2P. Christian Liebenberg is P15. Mike Ramsey exiting pits. Cameron Venish is P19, 9 P2P left, 0.5 behind Pierre Bernard. Cameron Venish is now P20. Peter Nell is 15th, 0.1 ahead of Christian Liebenberg. Peter Nell lost P17 to prior to Francis. Pierre Bernard from South Africa on lap 7 is P20, 0.4 behind Cameron Venish. Pierre Bernard is now P19. Chris Foley from South Africa is second, 0.1 ahead of Blake Kruger. Blake Kruger was 0.9 faster last lap. Chris Foley passed Rinaldo Schoenecht for first. Jean Drubix is P15. Jean Drubix lost P16 to Peter Nell. Rian Schloss on lap 8 is P3, 10 P2P left, 0.2 ahead of Blake Kruger. Rian Schloss passed Rinaldo Schoenecht for P2. Rian Schloss is on P2P. Blake Kruger behind is on P2P. Blake Kruger is P3, 6 P2P left, 0.4 behind Rian Schloss. Karel de Bruin is 8th, 7 P2P left, 0.7 behind Lyle Ramsey. Lyle Ramsey was 1.4 faster last lap. Michel Rust is 5th. Blake Kruger is P3. Best lap is a 0:59.710. Ten minutes remaining in the session. Michel Rust on lap 10 is 5th, 10 P2P left, 0.3 behind Armageddon. Quinton Smith on lap 10 is 13th, 6 P2P left, 0.3 behind Pieta Francis. Christian Liebenberg is P15, 5 P2P left, 0.2 ahead of Cameron Venish. Cameron Venish is P16, 7 P2P left, 0.2 behind Christian Liebenberg. Christian Liebenberg ahead is on P2P. Cameron Venish lost P16 to Jean Drubix. Michel Rust is 5th. Henke Callahan is P6. Michel Rust on lap 11 is 5th, 9 P2P left, 0.4 behind Armageddon. Henke Callahan is 6th, 7 P2P left, 0.4 behind Michel Rust. Armageddon ahead is on P2P. Michel Rust ahead is on P2P. Christian Liebenberg is 15th, 4 P2P left, 0.5 behind Peter Nell. Jean Drubix behind is on P2P. Quinton Smith ahead is on P2P. Peter Nell ahead is on P2P. Jean Drubix is 16th. Jean Drubix is now 15th. Rian Schloss is P26, P2P left, 0.2 behind Chris Foley. Rian Schloss is on P2P. Armageddon on lap 13 is 5th, 0.4 ahead of Henke Callahan. Armageddon is on P2P. Michel Rust ahead is on P2P. Chris Foley is P26, P2P left, 0.1 behind Rian Schloss. Rian Schloss was 1.0 faster last lap. Blake Kruger on lap 13 is 3rd, 4 P2P left, 0.3 behind Chris Foley. Armageddon is P5, 1 P2P left, 0.5 behind Michel Rust. Cameron Venish is 16th, 6 P2P left, 0.4 behind Peter Nell. Blake Kruger is 2nd, 3 P2P left, 0.5 behind Rian Schloss. Blake Kruger was 0.7 faster last lap. Cameron Venish from South Africa is P15, 5 P2P left, 0.5 behind Peter Nell. Cameron Venish was 2.4 faster last lap. Blake Kruger is P2, 0.3 behind Rian Schloss. Rian Schloss ahead is on P2P. Chris Foley behind is on P2P. Henke Callahan is 6th, 5 P2P left, 0.1 behind Armageddon. Henke Callahan passed Amagadian for P5. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Henke Callahan lost P6 to Lyle Ramsey. Chris Foley is 9th, 5 P2P left, 0.2 ahead of Johan Niemand. Johan Niemand was 0.9 faster last lap. Chris Foley lost P9 to Johan Niemand. Michel Rust is 3rd, 5 P2P left, 0.4 behind Ryan Schloss. Ryan Schloss ahead is on P2P. Michel Rust is on P2P. Henke Callahan is 7th, 0.5 behind Karel de Bruin. Michel Rust is P3, 4 P2P left, 0.4 behind Ryan Schloss. Henke Callahan is 7th, 0.5 behind Karel de Bruin. Johan Niemand is 9th, 3 P2P left, 0.3 behind Ismail Ali. Johan Niemand is on P2P. Pietro Francis from Italy is P12, 0.5 behind Kian van Niekerk. Ryan Schloss is P3, 1 P2P left, 0.2 behind Michel Rust. Lyle Ramsey is 5th, 0.5 behind Amagadian. Lyle Ramsey is on P2P. Kian van Niekerk is P11, 3 P2P left, 0.4 ahead of Pietro Francis. Lyle Ramsey from South Africa is P5, 3 P2P left, 0.2 behind Amagadian. Lyle Ramsey is on P2P. Amagadian is 5th, 0 P2P left battling Lyle Ramsey. Karel de Bruin on lap 18 is P6, 1 P2P left, 0.4 ahead of Henke Callahan. Henke Callahan is 7th, 4 P2P left, 0.3 behind Karel de Bruin. Karel de Bruin ahead is on P2P. Henke Callahan is on P2P. Pietro Francis is 12th, 0.3 behind Kian van Niekerk. Kian van Niekerk ahead is on P2P. Pietro Francis is on P2P. Cameron Venish is P16, 3 P2P left, 0.4 behind Jean Drabux. Blake Kruger is P1. Cameron Venish is 16th. Blake Kruger is P1. Michel Rust is 2nd. Karel de Bruin is P6, 0 P2P left, 0.4 behind Amagadian. Pietro Francis is P12, 2 P2P left, 0.3 behind Kian van Niekerk. Hayata Francis is on P2P. Christian Liebenberg is P12. Henke Callahan is P7. Karel de Bruin is 6th, 0.4 behind Amagadian. Karel de Bruin passed Amagadian for 5th. Blake Kruger is P10, P2P left, 1.1 ahead of Michel Rust. Michel Rust behind is on P2P. Amagadian is P6 battling Karel de Bruin. Amagadian passed Karel de Bruin for P5. The leader has just finished the race. Blake Kruger finished first. Michel Rust finished second. Ryan Schloss finished third. Lyle Ramsey finished P4. Amagadian finished 5th. Karel de Bruin finished 6th. Henke Callahan finished P7. Michel Rust finished P2. Johan Niemand finished P8. Ryan Schloss finished P3. Ismail Ali finished P9. Chris Foley finished P10. Christian Liebenberg finished P11. Kian van Niekerk finished P12. Peter Nel finished 13th. Drubix finished 14th.